Hello everyone, welcome to Study IQ. In this video, I will bring to you the current affairs of Telangana, one of my favorite states, and I have thousands of students in Telangana who in the last few days have messaged me to create 1 year complete comprehensive current affairs of Telangana. So I acceded to their request because recently the Chief Minister of Telangana, Mr. K. Chandrasekhar Rao, he announced more than 90,000 vacancies. So this video will be very useful in TSPSC exam, the Telangana PSC, and also all the exams of Telangana like the sub-inspector exam, the constable exam, the teacher recruitment, all the group A, B, C, D, all the exams of Telangana. This video will be very useful. So it will have complete 12-year current affairs from Telangana only. This video is brought to by me. My name is Dr. Gaurav Garg. I have been teaching current affairs for the last 7 years. And if you want to study daily current affairs from me, please download our mobile app, Study IQ. The link is in the description below. So without wasting any time, let's start. Recently, Rudreshwara Temple, also known as Ramappa Temple, it is the first from Telangana to be included into the UNESCO World Heritage List. It is located in which district of Telangana? Now be careful here, okay? So, because some of you might mark Warangal, okay, but it is not in Warangal, it is in Mulugu. So remember, Rudreshwara Temple is located in Mulugu, and basically it is Kakatiya Rudreshwara Temple. It was built by the Kakatiya Empire. The Rudreshwara Temple was constructed in 1213 AD during the reign of the Kakatiya Empire, and it was built by the king Racharla Rudra. Racharla Rudra. Actually, Racharla Rudra was not a king. Racharla Rudra was a general. He was a military general of Kakatiya king Ganpati Deva. So, Racharla Rudra was a general of the Kakatiya king Ganpati Deva. He built the temple. And the deity in the temple is the Ramalingeshwara Swami. Ramalingeshwara Swami. Now, why it is called Ramappa Temple? Because Ramappa was the name of the architect. So very few temples, or probably none other I can think of, which is named after the architect. But it is named after the architect Ramappa. So very important temple, and it is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, which was the other monument that was declared as World Heritage Site in 2021? So it was Dholavira. Now Dholavira these days are the ruins of the Indus Valley civilization, which are located in Gujarat. I hope it is clear. Moving on, in which district of Telangana the statue of Colonel Santosh Babu, who died in the Chinese army attack at the Galwan Valley in the eastern Ladakh, was recently unveiled? Now you can see the statue here, and Colonel Santosh Babu, he was also given the Mahavir Chakra. Mahavir Chakra. Now please don't forget that in the category of the highest military decoration in India, there are two types of decoration. One is given during the war time and one is given during the peace time. Now, during the war time, the highest award is the Paramvir Chakra, then we have the Mahavir Chakra, and then we have the Veer Chakra. During the peace time, the highest award is the Ashok Chakra, then we have the Kirti Chakra, and then we have the Shaurya Chakra. Now, because Galwan Valley was considered as a war, so Mahavir Chakra was given to Colonel Santosh Babu. He attained Virgati, or supreme sacrifice for the country. And he was from which regiment? So he was from the Bihar regiment. He was from the Bihar regiment, but he was from Suryapet. He was born in Suryapet, and that is why his statue was unveiled in Suryapet. Understood? So the proper, if you want to know, he was from 16 Bihar regiment, if you want to go into lot of depth. And Galwan Valley is in Ladakh. Ladakh, of course, is a union territory now. Moving on, which of the following program has been launched by the Telangana government for the drone-based afforestation project? So how can drones be used for afforestation? Afforestation means planting of the trees. So how you can use drones is, you can spread the seeds. You can fill the drone with seeds, and those will be dispersed over those areas where it is difficult to reach. For example, on the slopes of the mountains or difficult to reach areas, you can distribute the seeds. So this is called the Hara Bhara project. Hara Bhara project. The answer is option B. And what is the target of the government of Telangana? So they want to plant 50 lakh trees on 12,000 hectare of land in all the 33 districts of Telangana, right? And which are the drones that they are using? So they are using the Seedcopter, which is made by the Marut Drones. The company is called Marut Drone and the device is called the Seedcopter. So it is a aerial seeding solution. So the drones will be used to disperse the seed balls over the thin, barren land or empty forest land and difficult to reach areas. Now the Telangana government, they have set a target that in the financial year 22, they will plant almost 20 crore saplings, 19.91 crore. So this is the 7th phase of their afforestation program, which is called Telangana Ku Harita Haram. So since the launch of the Harita Haram program, remember Harita Haram program was launched in 2015. Government has spent so far almost 5,500 crore rupees and they have planted 220 crore saplings. So the target for this year is almost 20 crore, 19.91 crore sapling in the financial year 22. This is called the Harita Haram program. Pochampalli village is there in Telangana. Very important. Okay, Pochampalli village. So it is known for its hand woven ikat sari. It was selected as one of the best tourism villages by the United Nations World Tourism Organization. It is located in which district? Pochampalli village. Remember, it is located in Yadadri, Bhuvanagiri. It is located in Yadadri, Bhuvanagiri. And Pochampalli is one of the best village tourism example. It is 50 kilometers away from Hyderabad, right? Pochampalli village. Very, very important. Yadadri Bhuvanagiri district was carved out from Nalgonda. So in some old books, you will still see Pochampalli is located in Nalgonda because earlier it was in Nalgonda, but now a separate district has been carved out, right? Basically, Yadadri Bhuvanagiri district shares boundary with other districts like Suryapet, Nalgonda, Siddipet, Medchal, Malkajgiri and all that. So the answer is Yadadri Bhuvanagiri. And Pochampalli village is very famous for the silk saris, which are known as Pochampalli Ikat. Pochampalli Ikat. And where is the headquarter of United Nations World Tourism Organization? It is located in Madrid, which is the capital of Spain. Telangana government has partnered with which of the following organizations to implement Telangana Palle Pragati initiative, which aims to ensure inclusive growth in the rural areas. So remember, Telangana government will partner with the World Bank. With the help of World Bank, the financial assistance is being provided by the World Bank. So this is their inclusive growth initiative, Telangana Palle Pragati, and this scheme will be implemented in 1500 villages in 150 mandals of Telangana. In 150 mandals of Telangana. Now let's talk about ODF Plus, because Telangana is number 1 in the country in the list of the highest number of open defecation free plus villages under the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin Phase 2 program till this December 31st, 2021. Highest number of ODF plus villages in India are in Telangana. So out of the 14,200 villages in Telangana, 13,731, almost 96.74% are now ODF plus. Second is Tamil Nadu, which is quite distant, only 35%. Karnataka, only 5%. So Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, which are at second and third position, they are very, very far from Telangana. Telangana has 96.74% villages which are now ODF plus. And what is the difference between ODF and ODF plus? Is there any difference? So ODF simply means that it is open defecation free. Okay, that is called ODF. ODF is open defecation free. So what is then ODF plus? A city or a ward is declared ODF plus if at any point of the day not a single person is found defecating or urinating in the open, and also all the community and public toilets are functional and well maintained, then it is called ODF plus. So the difference is, in open defecation free we say that nobody is urinating or defecating in the open, but in the ODF plus the community toilets, they have to be, the public toilets, they have to be functional and well maintained. J. Chokar Rao Devatula project. It is the second biggest lift irrigation project in Asia. It is located at Warangal district of Telangana. It will lift the water from which of the following river? So this is an important irrigation project for Telangana. Remember, it will lift the water of the Godavari river. Godavari river, and it will lift the water by maximum 510 meter. And the operational requirement for power is 484 megawatt power. So this is a lift project, and it will give benefit to Warangal and Nalgonda mainly. Okay, and it will lift the water from Godavari river and it will send it to the Krishna river basin, right? Also, it is Asia's second biggest lift irrigation project, because the Asia's largest lift irrigation project is the Kaleshwaram project in Telangana. Now a lot of times this question was asked that Kaleshwaram project is on which river? So it is on the confluence of the Godavari and Pranhita river. The place where Pranhita meets Godavari, that is where we have the Kaleshwaram project. Which of the following welfare scheme has been launched by the government of Telangana for empowering the Dalit families and enabling entrepreneurship among them through a direct benefit transfer of rupees 10 lakh rupees per family? So it is going to be the biggest cash transfer scheme in the country, and 11,900 Dalit families, each from 119 assembly constituencies of Telangana. There are 119 Vidhan Sabha or legislative assembly constituencies in Telangana, and 100 families from each constituency, they will be given cash assistance of 10 lakh rupees without any bank guarantee to start the business, right? And which was the first constituency where this scheme was launched? It was Huzurabad. So this scheme was started from Huzurabad. The pilot testing was done from Huzurabad. It is called Dalit Bandhu. Dalit Bandhu. And by the way, this financial assistance of 10 lakh, you don't have to return. There is no need to repay. It is not a loan. It is a financial assistance to start the business. And Telangana government, they are saying that they will spend 80,000 crore to 1 lakh crore. So it's a very big scheme, Dalit Bandhu. India's first international arbitration and mediation center was inaugurated at a place called Nanak Ramguda. Where is it located? India's first international arbitration and mediation center. Remember, Nanak Ramguda is located on the outskirts of the Hyderabad in the Rangareddy district. So the answer is Rangareddy, and you can see here, this is Hyderabad, here is Hyderabad, and this is Rangareddy district. The answer is Rangareddy. It is arbitration and mediation center. So these are alternate dispute resolution mechanisms, arbitration and mediation. But if be careful, if in the exam they ask you, where was India's first? If I replace the word international with sports, then what is your answer? India's first sports arbitration and mediation center, then the answer will be Gujarat. Which of the following program has been launched by the Telangana government to provide spectacles free of cost? Spectacles free of cost to the needy in a bid to make the state blindness free. Free specs are given. This scheme is called the Kanti Velugu program. Kanti Velugu. And already in Kanti Velugu, 3.5 crore is the population. All of their eyes will be having free checkup. Okay, free checkup. So this is called Kanti Velugu scheme. In the last question, one more thing you can add, that who inaugurated this center? So it was inaugurated by the Chief Justice of India, N.V. Raman, he is from Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao together. This can also be asked. Prime Minister of India inaugurated the Statue of Equality on the outskirts of Hyderabad. It is a statue of which saint of India? It is a statue of Ramanuj Acharya. The answer is option D, Ramanuj Acharya. It is called Statue of Equality. It is a 216 feet statue. Understood? 216 feet statue. It is made up of Panch Loha. Panch Loha is a mixture of 5 metals: gold, silver, there is gold, there is silver, there is copper, there is brass, and there is zinc. It is made up of 5 metals. It is one of the tallest statues in the sitting position in the world. You can see Ramanujacharya is in a sitting position. And the statue is located on a base which is 54 feet high. 54 feet high, and this base is called Bhadravedi. Bhadravedi is name of the base, which is 54 feet high, and 216 feet is the height of the statue. Understood? And Ramanujacharya, who was he and where was he born? So Ramanujacharya was born in Shri Perambudur, and Shri Perambudur is in Tamil Nadu. He was born in the year 117, and he was a Vedic philosopher and social reformer. He was the chief proponent of the Vishisht Advait school of Vedanta. Very knowledgeable person. There is a chess player called R. Raja Ritvik. He has become now a chess grandmaster. So he has become the 70th chess grandmaster from India, and he is a native of Warangal. Understood? He is only 17 years old, and he received his grandmaster title in Budapest in Hungary. Which of the following scheme has been launched by the Telangana government for the development of cities in a planned manner? It is called Pattana Pragati. Pattana Pragati. So all the municipalities are being provided the financial assistance under this scheme every month, right? So in 141 municipalities of the state, 1602 nurseries, they have also been established to increase the green cover, and LED street lights are also provided. So we are helping the municipal corporations, the municipalities, to help the cities develop in a planned manner. This is called Pattana Pragati. The Union Minister of State for Home Affairs, G. Kishan Reddy. Remember G. Kishan Reddy, his constituency is Sikandrabad, and G. Kishan Reddy is the Minister for Culture. He is also the Minister for Tourism, and he is also the Minister for Development of Northeastern region. So he inaugurated India's first National Center for Divyang Empowerment in Hakimpet. It is located where? So remember, it is located in Medchal, Malkajgiri district of Telangana. Medchal, Malkajgiri district of Telangana. Understood? National Center for Divyang Empowerment. So very important question. And basically it will rehabilitate the Divyang warriors of the centrally armed police forces of India, like BSF, CRPF, CSF, Indo-Tibetan Border Police Force, all of these. And all the centrally armed police forces are called paramilitary forces, and they work under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Recently, Godavari river water was being pumped to the highest level at a height of 618 meter to the Konda Pochamma Sagar reservoir. It is a part of which irrigation project? Remember, Konda Pochamma Sagar reservoir is a part of the Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project, right? And look at this height, 618 meter. This is the height to which the water was lifted. The water from the Godavari river. It was lifted from various stages from the Lakshmi barrage. Water was lifted from Lakshmi barrage, which is in Madigadda, and it was pumped into the Konda Pochamma Sagar. Understood? So don't forget that. And Konda Pochamma, there is, why it is called Konda Pochamma Sagar? Because there is a Konda Pochamma temple at the border of Medak, Warangal and Nalgonda. Who among the following Indian origin NASA astronaut has been selected as the commander of the SpaceX Crew 3 mission to be sent to the International Space Station? Remember, his name is Raja Chari. So Raja Chari is a NASA astronaut. He is from Telangana. His father, Srinivas Chari, was from Hyderabad. And now his son, Raja Chari, has become such a big astronaut of NASA. Very proud moment for India. Kanuma festival was celebrated in Telangana on the third day of the Sakranti. It is related to worship of which animal? Kanuma is a very important festival in Telangana, and remember, it was celebrated on the third day. So in the rural areas especially, people worship cow or cattle. In fact, people worship the agriculture tools also. And cattle processions are also held at various places. So the answer is cattle or cow. And in Telangana, you know, there are a lot of festivals which are important, like the Nagoba Jatra festival, the Medaram Jatra, the Bonalu festival, the Batukamma festival. All of these are asked in the exam. NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, has decided to commission India's largest floating solar power plant in Ramagundam with 100 megawatt capacity. It is located in which district of Telangana? So Ramagundam is a city and municipal corporation in the Pedapalli district. The answer is Pedapalli, and it will be the largest floating solar power plant of Telangana. Capacity will be 100 megawatt. NTPC is a Maharatna company and Mr. Gurdeep Singh is the chairman of NTPC. The Samakka Sagar project, it is located in Mulugu district. It is on which river? Samakka Sagar project is located on the Godavari river. And Godavari river takes its origin from Nashik. Okay, Nashik is famous for the Trambakeshwar temple and it is in Maharashtra. So don't forget that Samakka Sagar project is on the Godavari river and it is very near to where the Indravati river meets Godavari. So the answer is Godavari river. And Samakka barrage is there, the length of which is 142 meter. And there is also a Samakka Saralamma Jatra. It is a festival to honor the Hindu tribal goddess. It is celebrated in Telangana. So this Jatra is very, very popular. It is one of the largest gatherings of the people in the world. People offer Bangaram. The Jatra begins in Medaram in Talavi Mandala in Mulugu. Samakka goddess. With which of the following international organization Telangana government has collaborated to launch Medicine from the Sky project? Medicine from the Sky project. Remember, it will be launched in partnership with HealthNet Global and World Economic Forum. The answer is World Economic Forum, which is headquartered in Cologne in Geneva in Switzerland. And even the Flipkart company also collaborated with the government of Telangana. Basically, we are doing the delivery, home delivery of medicines through the drones. That is called the Medicines from the Sky. So don't forget. Which of the following program has been launched by the Telangana government under the Telangana Artificial Intelligence Mission or TAIM to empower the artificial intelligence startups? So this program is called Rev Up. Rev Up. Okay. And Telangana is the first state in India to launch an actionable policy framework for artificial intelligence. It was launched in June 2020 and now they have started Rev Up Accelerator program for helping the artificial intelligence companies. This is called Telangana AI Mission or TAIM. What is the rank of Telangana in the implementation of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Rurban Mission? So Telangana was ranked number 1 out of all the states and union territories of India in the implementation of Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Rurban Mission. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, he was the founder of the Jan Sangh, which later on became the BJP. And basically, we want to develop villages as a cluster. We want to preserve and nurture the rural communities. So this is that is why we are calling it Rurban. Rural plus urban is Rurban. We want to have economic development. We want to enhance the infrastructure, basic services, and create well-planned urban clusters. Tamil Nadu and Gujarat, they were second and third on the list. Okay. And there were cluster rankings also. So which is the number 1 cluster in India? The Rayakal cluster of Sangareddy and the Jukkal cluster of Kamareddy. They were all over number 1 and number 2 in India. Let me repeat. Rayakal cluster of Sangareddy district and Jukkal cluster of Kamareddy ranked number 1 and rank 2 respectively. In which city of Telangana India's first open rock museum was inaugurated? India's first open rock museum, remember, it was inaugurated by Dr. Jitendra Singh. Dr. Jitendra Singh's constituency is what? It is Udhampur in Jammu Kashmir. He is the Minister for Science and Technology, Earth Science also. So it was inaugurated in Hyderabad. And 35 different types of rocks were put here from different parts of India. Very, very old rocks. Some are as old as 55 million years old. Very old rocks were kept here. The Defense Research and Development Organization and Indian Air Force, they tested helicopter launched Sant missile, standoff anti-tank missile, also called Sant missile, from Pokhran, which is in Jaisalmer in Rajasthan. This missile has been created by Research Center Imarat, which is one of the laboratories of DRDO. It is located where? So it is located in Hyderabad. Research Center Imarat is located in Hyderabad. And we also have other anti-tank missile. For example, Helena is there, Nag is there. In fact, Nag helicopter, when you launch it from helicopter, it becomes Helena. Okay, so these are all anti-tank missiles that we have. And there was a long-range bomb. Again, long-range bomb was also created by Research Center Imarat of Hyderabad. Long-range bomb can carry a load of 1000 kg. The range is 100 km, and long-range bomb was tested from Sukhoi 30 fighter jet, which are Russian made jets. So again, DRDO tested long-range bomb made by Research Center Imarat Hyderabad. And we have something known as SAW, Smart Anti-Airfield Weapon. It was also developed by Research Center Imarat of Hyderabad. Smart Anti-Airfield Weapon. So it is a 125 kg smart weapon. It is capable of engaging ground enemy airfield asset such as radar, bunker, taxi truck, runway up to a range of 100 kilometers. Which of the following is going to be the biggest artificial reservoir of India? Biggest artificial reservoir of India is the Malana Sagar Reservoir. Very important. It has been inaugurated. In fact, they are calling it mother of all reservoir. It has a storage capacity of 50 TMCFT. And it was constructed at a cost of 6805 crore. Understood? So, and again, Godavari River. It is a part of the Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project. Now it is the largest artificial dam in India. And Kaleshwaram lift irrigation project is located in where? So Kaleshwaram is the name of a village. It is in Bhupalpalli district of Telangana. It is on the Godavari River, and it is at the confluence of the Pranhita and Godavari River. Kaleshwaram project is divided into 7 links and 28 packages, spanning a distance of 500 km through 13 districts and utilizing a canal network of more than 1800 km. By the way, in Andhra also we have a project which is called the Polavaram project. On the occasion of World Fisheries Day, Best Inland State Award was given to Telangana. Every year it is celebrated on which date? World Fisheries Day is celebrated in November. Exact date is 21st of November. So the best marine state was Andhra Pradesh and best inland state was Telangana. Okay, what is the difference between marine and inland? So this is your south of the Vindhyas, South India. Now here you know there is Telangana. This is Telangana, the triangle, and this is Andhra. Okay. Now Andhra is located right at the coast. Here is Visakhapatnam, somewhere at the border of Odisha and Telangana, Odisha and Andhra, somewhere here. Let me mark it with the green color. This is Visakhapatnam, and this here is the Bay of Bengal. So this is the Andhra, and this triangle is the Telangana. So Telangana is a landlocked state. It is an inland state. It is not connected to any coastline. It is not directly opening into the ocean. Whereas Andhra is a marine state. So Andhra was declared the best marine state and Telangana was declared the best inland state on the World Fisheries Day. And World Fisheries Day is celebrated on 21st of November. Now Balasore in Odisha was awarded the best marine district, and Balaghat in Madhya Pradesh was the best inland district. Then the best hilly and northeastern state was which one? It was Tripura, and best hilly and northeastern district was Bongai Gaon in Assam. Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi inaugurated the 50th anniversary of ICRISAT. It is located where? So ICRISAT is located in Patancheru in Hyderabad. ICRISAT is International Crop Research Institute for the Semi-Arid Tropics. It is one of the most important institutes in not just in India, in the world. And Prime Minister also unveiled a specially designed logo of ICRISAT and a commemorative stamp also. And ICRISAT was also the winner of the Africa Food Prize given last year. Africa Food Prize was ICRISAT, and ICRISAT celebrated the 50th anniversary as well. Governor of Telangana, Tamilisai Sundararajan, she is also the governor of Puducherry. So she inaugurated the 81st edition of the All India Industrial Exhibition in Hyderabad. What was the name given to this industrial exhibition. It was called Numaish. Numaish. And it's a very large exhibition. More than 2000 stalls were there. Which of the following scheme of the Telangana government is aimed at the well-being of pregnant and lactating women and the newborn babies to encourage institutional deliveries in the government hospital, reduce the infant mortality rate and female feticide? So these are called KCR kits. KCR is the name of the chief minister. KCR kit scheme of Telangana. It is aimed at well-being of the pregnant and lactating women. So the pregnant woman is given 12,000 rupees of financial assistance in 3 installments, and 1,000 rupees is given extra if the baby child is a girl. Understood? So if there is a girl, 13,000. If there is a boy, 12,000. And what does KCR kit contain? This kit contain all the baby items like clothes, baby soap, oil, powder, mosquito net, toys, napkin, diaper, all of these, right? And the mother and the newborn, they are also provided with transportation through the Amma Odi vehicle. Amma Odi is the name of the vehicle. There is a scheme also called Amma Odi scheme or Mother's Lap. India's first indigenously designed high ash coal gasification based methanol production plant was inaugurated where? So from coal. Now what type of coal is it? It is high ash coal. From coal we will convert to methanol. Methanol is CH3OH. Right. So this plant was started by BHEL. You have to remember BHEL also. Right. BHEL in Hyderabad. So the answer is Hyderabad. CM KCR Rao launched Mana Oru Mana Badi program. It is related to what? Mana Oru Mana Badi. So this is a program for upgrading the government schools of Telangana. So the answer is schools. The state government will be developing 26,000 government schools across the state. Total money they will spend is 7289.54 crore. English medium instruction will also be introduced in the government school from the next academic year. This scheme is called Mana Oru Mana Badi, My Village My School program. In which city has the Minister of Home Affairs approved the setting up of National Cyber Forensic Laboratory for evidentiary purposes recently? Remember, National Cyber Forensic Laboratory will be set up in the premises of Central Forensic Sciences Laboratory. Central Forensic Sciences Laboratory is located in Hyderabad. The answer is Hyderabad. In which institution of Hyderabad, India's first building made of bio-bricks from agro waste was inaugurated? India's first building made of bio-bricks from agro waste. Remember, it was recently inaugurated in IIT Hyderabad. The answer is Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. Very, very important. And this project is called BUILD project. What is the full form of BUILD? Bold, Unique, Idea-Led Development. So the building is made of bio-bricks. Which of the following company has announced setting up a specialized lab for camera innovation in Hyderabad? It is the Chinese mobile phone company called Oppo. The answer is Oppo. This will be based on artificial intelligence. Specialized lab for camera innovation. Which is India's first indigenous wireless physiological parameter monitoring system? It was facilitated for COVID-19 affected patient. So it is called COVID Beep. It is called COVID Beep. It is India's first indigenous wireless physiological parameter monitoring system. Like it will measure your heart rate, your blood pressure, your pulse, respiratory rate, all of these things. And it has been developed by ESIC Medical College. ESIC Medical College. ESIC Medical College is in Hyderabad, and IIT Hyderabad and Department of Atomic Energy, they have also contributed. Which is India's first rapid electronic COVID-19 RNA test kit that allows self-testing at home? It was developed by Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. What is the name? It is called COVID Home. COVID Home, right? So the major benefit of this testing kit is that it does not require RT-PCR. RT-PCR is reverse transcription polymerase chain reaction. So it does not require that, and it can give you the result in only 30 minutes. In fact, the company Bharat Biotech by Dr. Krishna Ella and Suchitra Ella is also from Hyderabad. And recently there was a company in Hyderabad called Biological E. So Corbevax vaccine has been approved for the age group of 12 to 18 year by Biological E Corbevax, that is also based in Hyderabad. Hyderabad is like one of the hub of the medicine manufacturing companies, pharma companies, which is the only city from India to have been recognized as 2020 Tree City of the World by the Arbor Day Foundation, and the FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, is headquartered in Rome, capital of Italy. So this is Hyderabad. Hyderabad is very, very green, and of course Harita Haram program is there to make it even more green. And recently, world's first affordable and long-lasting hygiene product called DuroKey series was developed by IIT Hyderabad. DuroKey can eliminate 99.99% of the germs instantly. So this is called DuroKey by IIT Hyderabad. Recently, Defense Metallurgical Research Laboratory, it is a laboratory of the DRDO, they have developed single crystal blade technology. This laboratory is located where? Defense Metallurgical Research Laboratory, remember, this is located in Hyderabad. And they have developed this technology, and they have supplied these blades to Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, because Hindustan Aeronautics Limited will put these blades in the helicopters. Who among the following is the new Chief Justice of the Telangana High Court? So Justice Satish Chandra Sharma, he is the new Chief Justice of the Telangana High Court. What is the retirement age of the High Court judge? It is 62 years. For a Supreme Court judge, it is 65 years. And how many judges are there in the Supreme Court of India? The maximum strength is 34. 33 plus 1. 1 is the Chief Justice, 33 are the normal judge. Now let's talk about e-voting solution. Very important, because Telangana is India's first state to have a smartphone based e-voting solution, and it was applied for the first time in Khammam district by the Telangana State Election Commission. And who is the Chief Election Commissioner of India? It is Mr. Sushil Chandar. So Telangana is the first state to start e-voting solution, and in Telangana it was first started in Khammam. Ayush Minister Sarbanand Sonowal, he led the foundation stone of Heartfulness International Yoga Academy in Hyderabad. Heartfulness International Yoga Academy in Hyderabad, and he also launched 75 crore Surya Namaskar initiative. Why 75? Because it is the 75th anniversary of India's independence. So in 21 days, 75 crore total Surya Namaskar will be done by the crores of people. Which of the following NGO has received the Best NGO in Telangana award? So this NGO is called Good Samaritans India. Good Samaritan is a person who helps the victim of any accident. Okay, Good Samaritans. Who among the following has been awarded the National Youth Award in 2021? National Youth Award was given by the Ministry for Sports and Youth Affairs, which is headed by whom? It is headed by Mr. Anurag. He is also the Minister for information broadcasting. Anurag Thakur is the name, and Hamirpur in Himachal is his constituency. So Muhammad Azam from Karimnagar. Muhammad Azam from Karimnagar in Telangana, he was awarded the National Youth Award for displaying exemplary leadership qualities. The Bonalu festival is celebrated in which month of the Hindu calendar? It is called Ashadha Bonalu. This festival started on 11th of July 2021 in Telangana, and Bonalu festival was declared as a state festival in 2014. 2014 is the same year in which Telangana was created. So devotees, they visit the goddess Jagdamba temple, which is on the top of the Golconda fort. So Bonalu festival is celebrated usually during the Hindu calendar month of Ashadha. That is in July and August. So the answer is Ashadha. And Bonalu is celebrated to ward off diseases and usher in good health, peace and prosperity. Alair police station, it is in Rachakonda it is the best police station of Telangana. It is located in which district? So it is located in Yadadri Bhuvanagiri district. Super important question. It is the best police station of Telangana. Yadadri Bhuvanagiri. The name of the police station is Alar Police Station. It is in Rachakonda in Yadadri Bhuvanagiri. And this list was given by the Ministry of Home Affairs. And these are the 10 best police stations of India. You can see Sadar Bazar Police Station of Delhi is the best police station of India. In the top 10, there is none from Telangana, but Telangana's best is Yadadri Bhuvanagiri Alar Police Station. Chief Minister Chandrasekhar Rao approved the oil palm crop extension project at a cost of 4800 crore to promote the cultivation of oil palm in Telangana. So he wants the oil palm cultivation to be done at a much larger scale. So in a bid to promote its cultivation in about 8.14 lakh acre, there is a 50% subsidy he announced to the farmers who cultivate oil palm. And we consume 22 million ton of edible oil in India, but only 7 million ton we produce. So most of that we have to buy from other countries. And oil palm is cultivated in only 8 lakh acre in India. In Telangana, it is in 38,000 acre only. But Chief Minister said, I want this to increase to 8.14 lakh acre. And in Khammam, Nalgonda and Suryapet only it is grown as of now. Which of the following scheme has been launched by the Telangana government to provide online single window system for speedy processing and issue of various licenses, clearances and certificate to the hospitality and tourism sector, which is one of the sectors which suffered the most during the COVID pandemic. So all the clearances they can get, all the certificate, all the license, this is called TS iPass service. TS iPass. What is the full form of this iPass? Industrial Project Approval and Self-Certificate System. Industrial Project Approval and Self-Certification System. In short, iPass. Understood? Which of the following is the main program by the government of Telangana to provide high-speed internet? So this is called Telangana Fiber Grid or T-Fiber project. So this project will help connect 23 million people with government to government, government to citizens also. And this program started in 2017. From which place? From Maheshwaram Mandal. Maheshwaram Mandal is in Rangareddy district. It was inaugurated by IT Minister K.T. Ramarao in 2017. High-speed internet was given first through T-Fiber in Maheshwaram in Rangareddy in Telangana. And the Telangana government will spread 62,000 miles of fiber optic cable in more than 22,000 villages of Telangana. And the fiber optic line will also be complemented by the drinking water project Mission Bhagirath. Okay, so I will explain to you how it is. So let's say this is one village V1 and this is the second village V2. Now they will dig. Okay, so let's say they have dig the earth here. This is the digging. So there will be two pipes, one pipe and second pipe. I will put different color. Okay, so let me put the black color because this is really the color of the pipe. Okay, black color. So the black color pipe is for what? Black pipe is for water. It is the larger pipe. And then there is a small color blue pipe. So this is the small blue pipe. Okay, so the blue pipe is fiber optic cable and the large the black pipe, it is water. And the water pipe is Mission Bhagirath. Mission Bhagirath. So this you have to remember. Digging will be done and water pipe will also be there and fiber optic cable will also be there. The ABB Formula E World Championship, they have signed a deal with the government of Telangana to make Hyderabad as a host city. And Mahindra Racing is the only Indian team that will compete. ABB Formula E World Championship. Which of the following has become the first zoo in India to receive ISO 9001-2015 Quality Management Standard Certificate? First zoo. Which zoo am I talking about? I am talking about the zoo which is called the Nehru Zoological Park. So the correct answer is Nehru Zoological Park in Hyderabad. It is the first zoo to receive this Quality Management Standard Certificate ISO 9001:2015. At which place the Defense Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated the Advanced Hypersonic Wind Tunnel Testing Facility. So this is by DRDO. It was inaugurated at Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Missile Complex in Hyderabad. At Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Missile Complex. Abdul Kalam was also known as the Missile Man of India. And who was known as the father of the India space program? Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. He was known as the father of India space program. And who was known as the father of India's nuclear program? It was Dr. Homi Bhabha. And who is known as the satellite man of India? Satellite man is Udupi Ramchandra Rao, because he was responsible for flying or launching the first satellite Aryabhatta in 1975. The first rescue and rehabilitation center for monkeys was inaugurated where? For monkeys, remember, it was inaugurated in a village called Chincholi. Chincholi village is in Nirmal district. And Nirmal district is also very famous for the toys. Nirmal toys, okay? Very famous. So this is only the second monkey rescue and rehabilitation center in India. The first one is in Himachal. The second one is here. And Telangana has 3 national parks. Do you know which one? There is Mahavir, Harina Vanasthali, Kasu Brahmanand Reddy National Park and Murugavani National Park. These are the 3 national parks in Telangana. In which of the following institutions of Hyderabad the foundation stone was laid for Tihan? Tihan is India's first test bed for autonomous navigation systems, both land and sky, terrestrial and aerial. Tihan was set up in IIT Hyderabad. The answer is IIT Hyderabad, Tihan Navigation System. And it has been set up by the Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology of India. What is the full form of Tihan? The Technology Innovation Hub on Autonomous Navigation System. The navigation system of India. We also have a navigation system now. Okay. What is the name of the Chinese navigation system? It is called Beidou. What is the name of the India's navigation system? It is called Navik. It is called Navik. So that you have to remember. And GPS, of course, is American. GPS is American. Navik is Indian. Sitamma Sagar multipurpose project is being built across which river of Telangana? Remember, this is the Godavari river. Again, most of the project, these multipurpose project in Telangana, the irrigation project, they are on Godavari river. And this is a huge project, Sitamma Sagar project. 2700 crore rupees will be spent on it. And there will be a barrage that will be constructed. The capacity, hydropower project capacity will be 320 megawatt. What is the rank of Telangana in the Niti Aayog's India Innovation Index report? In the India Innovation Index report, Karnataka was number 1 for 2 years in a row. And Telangana's rank was 4th, as you can see here. Telangana's rank was 4th. How many persons from Telangana they were awarded the Padma Shri in 2022? So 3 persons from Telangana, they got the Padma Shri. The answer is 3. Who are these 3 people? Darshanam Mogilayya. He plays the 12 fret kinera and is a member of the Dakali clan from Mehboob Nagar. S. Ramachandrayya is a Koya tribe singer from Bhaddadri, Kothagudam. And Padmaja Reddy is a Kuchipudi dancer from Hyderabad. So these are the 3 people. Krishna Ella is chairman of Covaxin maker Bharat Biotech and co-founder Suchitra Ella, husband-wife combo. They were given the Padma Bhushan. Padma Bhushan is the 3rd highest civilian award after the Bharat Ratna and the Padma Vibhushan. Which operation was launched by the Telangana police to trace and rescue the missing children? So what is the name of this mission? It is called Operation Smile. Operation Smile. And there is a mobile app also that they are using, which is called the Darpan app. Darpan app. So missing children details, they are first put into the Darpan app. Then a unique facial recognition tool is used by the Telangana police, which would be matched with the lakhs of images from various databases. So this is a very successful project by the Hyderabad police. Telangana government issued notification to create two more mandal. One is the Mohammadabad and second is the Chaudhapur mandal. So Chaudhapur mandal is located where? Chaudhapur mandal will be created from the existing Pulka Cherla mandal in Vikarabad district. The answer is Vikarabad. And then there is Mohammadabad. It will be formed in Mehboob district. These are the two new mandals in Telangana. South Central Railway, they started the first Kisan Rail from which railway station of Telangana? Kisan Rail basically is a cargo facility to transport the agriculture crops. So South Central Railway started the first Kisan Rail from Telangana, and what was transported? Turmeric. Turmeric was transported from Warangal station to the Barasat station. Now where is the Barasat station? Barasat station in a place called Silda. Silda is in West Bengal. So from Warangal to Barasat station, the first Kisan train of South India was shown the green flag. And Warangal is a hub for cultivation of agriculture crops, especially the commercial crops. Now if they ask you the first Kisan rail of entire India, here I am qualifying, I am saying South India. But first Kisan rail of entire India ran from Devlali to Danapur. Devlali to Danapur. What about the 100th Kisan rail? 100th was from Sangola to Shalimar. 100th. And what about 1000th Kisan rail? 1000th Kisan rail. Not an easy question. So remember, 1000th Kisan rail in India recently went from Savda, which is in Jalgaon in Maharashtra, to Adarsh Nagar in New Delhi. So be careful whether they are asking first, 100th or 1000th, or first from South India. First from South India, Warangal to Silda. Warangal to Barasat station in Silda in Bengal. Which two cities from Telangana they have been chosen for India Cycles for Change challenge? Basically, we want to create cities which are bicycle friendly. So this is a project by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs headed by Hardeep Singh Puri. So Hyderabad and Warangal have been chosen. Hyderabad and Warangal. Bhadrachalam is a place in Telangana. It has been added as a destination in the IRCTC's Ramayana Circuit train. It is located where? Ramayana Circuit train goes from Delhi to Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu. All the way. And it covers different cities which are associated with the Lord Rama. So now Bhadrachalam has been added, and Bhadrachalam is where? It is in Bhadradri, Kothagudam district of Telangana. It is a Hindu pilgrimage site. What is the speciality of Bhadrachalam? Bhadrachalam has a temple called Sita Ramchandra Swami temple. It is located on the bank of the Godavari river. It is a 17th century temple. So this train will also stop now at Bhadrachalam. G. Kishan Reddy, he is from which Lok Sabha constituency? He is the only minister from Telangana. He is the Minister for Tourism, Culture and Development of Northeastern region. His constituency is Sikandrabad. Sikandrabad. He is a MP from 2019. He is a member of the BJP. Recently, prehistoric tools, they have been discovered in a limestone cave in Asifabad. It comes under which tiger reserve? So this tiger reserve is the Kaval Tiger Reserve. There are only two tiger reserves in Telangana, the Amrabad and the Kaval. And Nagarjun Sri Salam Tiger Reserve is in Andhra, and Nagarjun Sri Salam Tiger Reserve is the largest tiger reserve of India. And which is the largest national park of India? It is Hemis National Park in Ladakh. And what is the difference between national park and tiger reserve? Any national park or wildlife sanctuary, if it comes under Project Tiger, it gets extra funding. Then it becomes a tiger reserve. Understood? Okay. Which district of Telangana will be renamed now as Hanamakonda? So there is Warangal Urban and there is Warangal Rural. Okay. So Warangal Urban, be careful, Warangal Urban will be called now Hanamkonda. The answer is Warangal Urban. And Warangal Rural will be Warangal only. Warangal Rural and will be Warangal only. Warangal Urban will be Hanamkonda. Which of the following district central cooperative bank has been chosen as the best district central cooperative bank in South India by NABARD? Very important. Which bank it is? So they have chosen Karimnagar District Central Cooperative Bank as the best district cooperative central bank in the entire South India. The answer is Karimnagar by NABARD. Moving on. Also don't forget that NABARD has chosen the Telangana State Cooperative Apex Bank to be the best state cooperative bank. There are two different, right? District Cooperative Bank and State Cooperative Bank. So best state cooperative bank in entire India is Telangana State Cooperative Bank. And best district cooperative bank is Karimnagar District Cooperative Bank in South India. Which day is celebrated on the birth anniversary of Mir Ahmad Ali, Nawab Ali Nawaz Jang Bahadur every year in Telangana? So this is the Telangana Engineers Day. Telangana Engineers Day. By the way, you know that there was a scientist called M. Vishweshwarya. Okay, his birthday 15th of September we celebrate as Engineers Day in India. He was the engineer who built the Krishna Raj Sagar Dam in Karnataka. He was from Karnataka. But in Telangana, Engineers Day is the birthday of Mir Ahmad Ali, Nawab Ali Nawaz Jang Bahadur every year. Understood? And when is it? It is 11th of July. 11th of July. 11th of July is also the World Population Day. So he was the chief engineer during the rule of the Nizam. And he built various bridges and buildings in Telangana. So since 2014, Government of Telangana is celebrating Telangana Engineers Day on 11th of July. Moving on. Which of the following scheme has been launched in Telangana to address the nutritional deficiencies among the particularly vulnerable tribal groups? This is called the Giri Poshan. Giri Poshan scheme is for the particularly vulnerable tribal groups of Telangana. So this scheme will be in Utnur, Bhadrachalam, Mananur in Telangana, and the food processing facilities are licensed by FSSAI. The nutritious food will be there in Telangana. They will also get support from the ICRISAT Institute in Hyderabad. A new prehistoric rock art site has been discovered in Madikonda village. It is located in which district? Madikonda village. It is in Jogulamba Gadwal district. Correct answer is Jogulamba Gadwal. So a lot of things were recovered. There was a large tiger-like animal. Rock art was there of a tiger-like animal. There was a mouse, deer-like animal. There was hunting scene. All of these are paintings from the Neolithic period. Telangana government has renamed Necklace Road as PV Narasimha Rao Marg to mark the conclusion of PV Narasimha Rao birth centenary. Centenary means 100th anniversary. It is built on the bank of which lake? So remember, the lake is the Hussain Sagar Lake. And PV Narasimha Rao birth anniversary was on 28th of June. So the road is 5.5 kilometer Necklace Road on the bank of Hussain Sagar Lake. And PV Narasimha Rao, he was the former Prime Minister of India. He also brought the LPG reforms of 1991. Liberalization, privatization, globalization. He was from the Congress party. The Governor and Chief Minister of Telangana, they unveiled 26-foot bronze statue also of PV Narasimha Rao. So you have to remember, first of all, the height 26 feet and it was made of bronze. Now let's talk about sheep distribution scheme. 6,000 crore rupees will be spent. Now the second phase has started of sheep distribution. 3.5 lakh sheep will be distributed at the rate of 20 sheep to each Gola Kuruma community beneficiary. And the sheep distribution scheme is for Gola Kuruma and Yadav. And there is also a fish distribution program that is for the Mudiraj community. Let me repeat once more. The sheep are distributed to the Gola Kuruma and the Yadavs, and fish is distributed to the Mudiraj community. Which is the first hospital in Telangana to have a skin bank? So remember, it is the Osmania General Hospital in Hyderabad. Osmania General Hospital. The new Archaeological Survey of Telangana, they have discovered the oldest ancient tree fossils in Bhupatipur forest. Where is it located? The new archaeological survey of Telangana, they have discovered ancient tree fossils here. Where is it located? It is located in the Kanaigudam Mandal, which is in Mulugu district. The answer is Mulugu. And scientists are saying these are as old as the Jurassic era, some of these tree fossils. Which will be the second city in Telangana to have metro after Hyderabad? So it is Warangal. Warangal will be the second city in Telangana to have a metro. Warangal has a population of around 10 lakh and it is one of the fastest growing cities in Telangana. Telangana government has also submitted proposal to revive the Mamnoor airport in Warangal. It was considered as India's largest airport during the Nizam era, but it was shut down in 1981. So Mamnoor airport might also be revived in Warangal. The Lower Panganga project, it is an interstate project between Maharashtra and Telangana on the Panganga river. So Panganga is a tributary of which river? Panganga is a tributary of the Godavari river. Godavari river. So this is a new project and the idea is to utilize 37.55 TMC of water for Maharashtra and 5.12 TMC of water for Telangana. There is a link canal and it will give benefit to mainly Adilabad district of Telangana. Adilabad. P.V. Narasimha Rao Kantanapalli Sujal Sarvanti project is proposed on the Godavari river in Telangana. It is located in which district? P.V. Narasimha Rao Kantanapalli Sujal Saravanti project. So it is in Warangal. It is in Warangal and this project envisages drinking water provision to a population of 8 lakh and there will also be 280 megawatt hydropower that will be generated. It will mainly benefit Warangal. What is the rank of Telangana in the Transparency Index rating released by the Center for Science and Environment? So remember, Telangana was joint first. You can see Odisha and Telangana, they both were ranked 1 with a score of 67% in the transparency. Both were first. What is the rank of Telangana in the Niti Ayog's 4th edition of the State Health Index? It shows the quality of the healthcare. So what is the rank of Telangana? Telangana is ranked 3rd in the index. The best healthcare is in Kerala. Telangana was ranked at 3rd place. You can see here. National Mineral Development Corporation, NMDC, India's largest iron ore producer, they have received the first prize in the Ispat Rajbhasha Award for 2 years, 2018-19 and 2020-21. Right? Ispat Rajbhasha Prerna Award they got for 2019-20. NMDC is a company based in Hyderabad. It was founded in 1958. It has got Ispat Rajbhasha Award for 2018-19, 2020-21 and Ispat Rajbhasha Prerna Award for 2019-20. What is the rank of Telangana in the Group A of the Good Governance Index? Good Governance Day is 25th of December. It is the birth anniversary of Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And the large states were divided into 2 categories, Group A and Group B. And you can see in Group A, Telangana is at 9th position. The answer is 9. Group A was topped by Gujarat. So Gujarat has the best governance in India among the large state. Himachal has the best among the small state and Delhi has the best among the union territories. University Grants Commission, they have identified 100 places to visit for the students to learn. Under the Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat Yojana, how many tourist places are there in it from Telangana? How many places are from Telangana? So there are only 2 places from Telangana in 100 best in India for the students to visit. Golconda Fort and Warangal Fort. So the answer is 2. The Golconda Fort and the Warangal Fort. Golconda Fort is a acoustic wonder in Hyderabad, right? And who is the new chairman of UGC? It is M. Jagdish Kumar. Golconda Fort and Warangal Fort. What is the rank of Telangana in the Public Affair Index among the large states? You can see Kerala was the top 1 state and Telangana was at 3rd position in the Public Affair Index. Among the small states, Sikkim was number 1. Among the Union Territory, Puducherry was number 1. How many cities in Telangana they have been designated for the Smart Cities Mission for infrastructure improvement. So remember, there are 3 cities from Telangana in the Smart Cities mission: Hyderabad, Warangal and Karimnagar. The answer is 3. The central government has approved development of 11 industrial corridors as a part of National Industrial Corridor Program. How many are being developed in Telangana? Super important question. Total there will be 11 industrial corridors in India and 3 are in Telangana: Hyderabad Nagpur, Hyderabad Warangal and Hyderabad Bengaluru Industrial Corridor. How many persons from Telangana were awarded Padma Shri in 2021? Only one person from Telangana got the Padma Shri. Only one. What is his name? What is his name? His name is Kanak Raju. Kanak Raju. He is a master of the ancient Gondi dance. Gondi dance. He is a Adivasi of the Gond tribe. From which district? From Kumar Bhim Asifabad. Kumara Bhim Asifabad district of Telangana. And now let's talk about the new national highway projects in Telangana. So National Highway Authority of India, they have announced 6 projects, right, worth 274 kilometer, and the total money that will be spent is 7,000 crore. So they will all be completed by 2023. NH 161 from Kandi to Ramasanapalle, NH 265 BB from Suryapet to Khammam, highway between Kodad and Khammam, NH 163 from Hyderabad outskirt to Vikrabad, and NH 163 between Appa Junction and Manneguda. These are the new projects, new national highway projects in Telangana. How many athletes from Telugu speaking states of Telangana and Andhra they participated in Tokyo? So there were 4 athletes from Telugu speaking states. Okay, PV Sindhu, she was the winner of the bronze medal. B. Sai Praneeth, Satvik Raj Ranki Reddy and Sania Mirza, evergreen Sania Mirza. And Satvik Raj Ranki Reddy, you know, he participates along with Chirag Shetty, and B. Sai Praneeth also is a great player. These are all from either Andhra or Telangana. What is the rank of Greater Hyderabad city in the Swachh Sarvekshan among the more than 1 lakh population category? Greater Hyderabad city bagged 13th position, right? 13th position. Now, which was declared as the cleanest state of India? It was Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh is the cleanest state of India among the large state, and Jharkhand is the cleanest among the small state. When I say small state, I mean with less than 100 urban local bodies. And large state means some state which has more than 100 urban local bodies. Chhattisgarh was number 1 overall cleanest. And Indore was declared as the cleanest city. Swachh Sarvekshan or Cleanliness Survey is by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. It was the 6th edition in 2021. What is the name of the model under which Miyawaki forest would be developed in each of the 590 mandals of Telangana? Beautiful question. It is called the Yadadri model. Yadadri model. In all the 590 mandals of Telangana, 1 Miyawaki forest will be developed. This is basically a Japanese method of growing trees, the Miyawaki. It was invented by the Japanese botanist Akira Miyawaki. That is, it is called Miyawaki. And these are mini forests, okay? And each mini forest is spread over an area of 5 to 10 acres. How many new industrial parks will be established in Telangana as a part of the new industrial policy? So remember, 10 new industrial parks will be established in Telangana. Total 10. And you can see, out of the 10 industrial park, 5 are manufacturing park, 2 agro park, 1 electric vehicle manufacturing park, 1 IT park and 1 aqua park. Extremely important. Industrial manufacturing parks will be established in Siddipet districts, Mandalapalli, Tuniki Bolaram and in Jinnaram of Sangareddy district. Micro industrial park in Rayarao Peta of Yadadri and IT park in Usman Sagar of Sangareddy. Aqua park will be set up in Rajanna Sarsila district, agro park in Yadadri district, Dandu Malkapur and agro park in Banda Mailaram of Siddipet also. Electronic vehicle manufacturing park will be set up in Mehboob Nagar, Divitipalli. So I have written all, okay. And this aqua park is very, very important in Rajanna Sarsila because it is the first aqua park of Telangana. Recently, a new variety of crop, RDR 1200, has been developed in Telangana. It is what type of crop? So it has been developed by Sugarcane and Rice Research Institute of Rudrur. It is in Nizamabad. It is a high yielding variety of rice. The answer is rice. What is the strength of judges in the Telangana High Court? So remember, the strength of Telangana High Court, earlier there used to be only 24 judges, but now it has been increased to 42. So now there will be 42 judges in the Telangana High Court. Natural hot water spring based power plant. So remember, there is a company called Singareni Collieries Company Limited. It will establish a geothermal power plant for the first time in the country with the help of hot water spring. What is the location of this hot spring? Bhadradri district, Singareni area, Manuguru, Pegi Deru village surroundings. And 1.72 crore will be spent by the central government for this hot water spring based power plant. This is the first hot water spring based power plant in India, right? Where it is coming up in Bhadradri district. Which is the Asia's largest event on civil aviation, commercial, general and business aviation to be held in March 2022, Begumpet Airport in Hyderabad. So remember the name, it is taking place in Begumpet Airport and this will be called Wings India. Wings India. It will take place from 24th to 27th of March at Begumpet Airport. In which institute of Hyderabad Central Drug Laboratory has been set up for COVID vaccine testing? Central Drug Laboratory has been set up at two places, one in Pune and one in Hyderabad. Where in Hyderabad? At the National Institute of Animal Biotechnology in Hyderabad. So the answer is option D. Which of the following has bagged the Telangana State Tourism Award in the Best Civic Management of a Tourist Destination category? So Ramoji Film City. I remember I visited Ramoji Film City in 2017 and I stayed in the Sitara Hotel, which is inside the city. So Ramoji Film City has bagged the Telangana State Tourism Award in the Best Civic Management category. Moving on. Which of the following is the Telangana's first officially recognized indigenous cattle breed? It was recognized by the National Bureau of Animal Genetic Resources, which is located in Haryana state. It is the Poda Turpu. Poda Turpu. It is the first cattle breed to be officially recognized from Telangana. This breed, it is found in Nagar Kurnool district. It is mainly bred in the Nalla Malla forest of Amrabad and the adjoining areas of Achampet, Lingal and Padra. There are approximately 15,000 Poda Turpu cattle in Telangana. They mainly graze inside the Nalla Malla forest. Okay. Telangana government has signed a MOU with which garment manufacturer for 2400 crore investment? So this is by the Kitex Group of Kerala. Kitex Group will set up the mega textile park. Basically, they will set up their factory for producing undergarments. Okay, it is an undergarment company, Kitex, and they will set up their factory where? In the Kakatia Mega Textile Park in Warangal and Industrial Park in Sitarampur in Rangareddy district. These are the two mega projects of Kitex garments. I repeat, the location Kakatia Mega Textile Park in Warangal and Industrial Park in Rangareddy district. These are the two places where they will set up their factory. In which city the Telangana government will set up Biopharma Hub, B Hub, for developing biopharmaceutical medicine? It will be set up in Hyderabad. The world's largest integrated freshwater aqua hub will be constructed near Mid-Manar Dam in Telangana. It is located where? So it is located in Rajanna Sarsila district. Aqua hub near the Mid-Manar Dam. And Telangana also launched a mobile app called T-Soil Feed. It is a oil fed app. So T-Soil Fed is a mobile app and web portal that is designed and developed by the Center for Good Governance, Hyderabad. And the Telangana oil plantation farmer, they can register here. And T-Soil Fed official will conduct the field inspection with the help of this mobile app. So it is called T-Soil Fed. In which city of Telangana the National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research is located? And why it was in news? Because it has been upgraded to a National Institute of Importance. Means there are 6 NIPER or National Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research. They are located where? Ahmedabad, Hajipur, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Guwahati and Raebareli. These 6 NIPERs, they have been declared as the Institute of National Importance now. So it is located in Hyderabad. And 6 new airports will be set up in Telangana. This was recently announced by the government of Telangana. Okay, 3 greenfield and 3 brownfield. What is the difference between greenfield airport and brownfield airport? Greenfield is from scratch. Nothing is there, you build airport. Okay, brownfield is there. Okay, there is some strip of some Air Force strip or something is there. That will be upgraded. That is called brownfield. So greenfield will come up in Nizamabad, in Bhadradri, Kotagudam and Mehboob-nagar. And brownfield where? In Warangal. I told you about the Mamnoor airport which is already there. Nizam airport, okay. Basanta Nagar in Pedapalli and Adilabad. These are the 3 brownfield airport. And at present there are only 2 airports which are operational in Telangana. Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, Hyderabad and Begumpet Airport in Hyderabad. So that was the complete current affairs of Telangana. If you have seen this video, I challenge you, not one question outside the ambit of Telangana from outside this video. That is the confidence I have in my content. I've been teaching current affairs for 7 years. So this is the confidence. But you need to do good revision of this video. You will feel very, very confident after watching this video, okay? And I am a pioneer in current affair. I've been teaching for 7 years. I was the first teacher on YouTube to teach current affair. For the last 4 years, I am paid. So I no longer teach on YouTube. But if you want to take quality education from me, I am there on the mobile app. The name of the mobile app is Study IQ Education. Just search it on Google Play Store. You will find it easily. If not, there is a link in the description below. In the pinned comment, you will find the link. Okay, it's a very, very reasonably priced course at only around 1000 rupees per year. That is me, Dr. Gaurav Garg. I take your leave now and I wish you all the best for your Telangana exam. Happy studying and enjoy the studies. That is the most important part. Keep watching quality content on Study IQ.